So this is a lot of vintage fly fishing stuff that I inherited from a family member. There is more stuff to show, but I want to keep this video relatively short. So I'm going to start off with old flies. Some of the flies in here, most of the flies in here I tied, but there's some that I didn't, like this bee and these two green things. Maybe they're grasshoppers or something. My camera wants to focus. But then there's also these flies. These look like they were used to practice tying. See? What's that? Come on, camera. Well, it won't focus, but they look like they were used for practice, or maybe pike or walleye or something. Uh-oh. So that one's not that interesting. But stuff gets more interesting as the video goes. There's this one. And there's this thing. I don't know what it is, but it looks like a cool fishing fly. There's some strike indicators. Then in this green case, this one I think has some cool stuff in it. It's hard to open it with one hand. But there's a dragonfly. There's also a bumblebee. There's a lot of cool stuff in this box, but I want to keep this video short. I don't need you guys listening to my boring voice for like an hour. This one's a binder. See, the first page is purple. Then you got brown. And you got other colors. And then looks like there's just a lot of larvae in here. And those double balls, those are salmon eggs. And something that's cool on here is this old SK Tools box. They used to make ratchets and sockets. But in here, these plastic things he actually made, there you put your bobbin on, and then you thread it through. Then you can use it for making flies. They're kind of cool. But something that I think is really cool are these old magazines. You know that one's real old. Look at that fish on the front. But let's start with this one. I'm just going to flip through it because I don't want to make this video long. New electric fly tying vise. Realistic flies. Oh, this is where I learned how to tie the mosquito. That's in another video. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of different things you can learn how to fly ties. I'm gonna probably make a part 2 of this video. I actually had to remake this video because I accidentally recorded it in portrait mode. So it was the wrong way, so if you watched it on the TV, it looked goofy. And then I had to redo it. But, gotta check this old one out. Old ads. They really like to put ads in these old things. Huge fish. Just some stories around here. That guy looks like he's having a good day. Old dude who caught a fish. This is a pretty short one. A tutorial. I might have to go and check that one out later. The Q-Ling fly rod. But let's check out these American anglers. So let's open this one. This one looks interesting. It's got a dude fishing in the wintertime. Look at that. Achieving a classic wasn't easy. We got started in 1838. Couple different hooks. Winston, a world apart. Looks like some old mustard ads. But as you can see, this stuff I think is pretty cool. You might not think it's cool, but I do. All these old advertisements and old magazines. There's way more old flies to show, but that's just this stuff I'm showing in this video. There might be a part 2 if this one does good. That's pretty cool. Some ads. Man, when people bought these things, they were mostly just buying ads. Oh, here's some, I don't know if this will show up on the camera or not, but in here, you can see really tiny flies. No, you can't really see them too good. But they're super tiny. There's like 100 of them in there. I don't even know how a trout sees that, but they got real good eyes. Then these old binders have some cool stuff in them. That's an ad right there for a real good shotgun. Pretty cool catfish. Bob White, that bird says its name as it's called. Then you got yourself a beaver. Just some information on everything. Porcupine. Some information on that. I'm not gonna read it. Like I said, I don't want to make the video boring. I mean, so yeah. Weasels. Black bear. Is that a comic? No, I thought that was a comic. It's not, though. Folder. But in the end here, there's some old drawings. I don't know what that is, though. I think it's a snake on top of a fallen tree. But, I think one of these folders have drawings in them that was used for wood carving. Just some information in this one. I haven't really looked through these much. I've just flipped through them a couple times. How many flies can a woodchuck? Introducing the Ross Reel. New flies for 1982. That's a long time ago. That's 44 years. See, that was used to carve wood. That too, that bird. Same for that horse. And just blank paper. There's also these old fly tire guides. I think it's mostly just ads for hooks. No, it's not. It's just showing off different hooks. But there's also this big book of something over here. See, this thing's thicker than a dictionary. This thing's an encyclopedia and a dictionary. But I guess it's just everything you could possibly need to know about fly tying. But I think that's it for this video. Like I said, there's a lot more to show, but I don't want to make this video too long and boring. Hope you guys have good luck fishing.